Today I want to speak on the topic that says the attitude of a winner. The attitude of a winner. Praise the Lord. God has called each and every one of us to be winners and not losers.
Amen.
This is what salvation also brought into our life. This is what Jesus Christ came to also give us when he came down in the form of a man. We have been called to be winners. So there are certain qualities of life that determines success or failure. Certain qualities of life that will determine if you're going to be a winner or if you're going to be a loser. How you view life and how you perceive the challenges and situations that confront you will determine if you will be successful or if you will be a failure.
Amen.
And the quality of life that I want to talk about today is attitude of a winner. Amen. Life is all about attitude. What is attitude? That is the question. What is attitude? Attitude is a tendency to respond positively or negatively towards a certain idea, object, person, or situation. Attitude is a tendency to respond either positively or negatively towards a certain idea, object, person, or situation. Attitude will influence your choice of action and responses to challenges and the rewards. Let me repeat that again. Attitude will influence your choice of action and responses to challenges and rewards. Attitude is a very powerful force that many people do not pay attention to. And it can destroy quickly because it has to do primarily with the way you react to situations. Are you following me?
Yeah.
The way a person views a thing affects his or her behavior towards that thing. The way a person views a thing will affect the person's behavior towards that thing. If your attitude is positive, you will always come to the top.
Amen.
However, if your attitude is negative, you will come down. Even if you're on top, you will come down fast.
Amen.
There are some people who are always happy no matter their condition. And most people don't know why they are always happy, and this has nothing else to do than with the person's attitude. Turn with me to the book of Numbers chapter 13. Numbers chapter 13, I will read from verses 1 to 3, and I will skip to 21 to 33. But I'm going to start from Numbers chapter 13, verses 1 to 3. If you have your Bibles, you can follow along with me. Or you can look at the screen. Numbers chapter 13, verse 1. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send out men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall you send a man, every one a ruler among them. Verse 3. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And I'll skip to verse 21. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rehob, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south, and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Shisha, and Temer, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Verse 23. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. Verse 25. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. Moreover, we saw the children of Anak there, and the Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittite and the Jebusite and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses, and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search out is a land that eateth all the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. Verse 33. And there we saw the giant, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Now go to chapter 14, and I will read from verse 6 to 9. Chapter 14 of Numbers, verse 6 to 9. And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jeruel, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, The land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good land. If the Lord delights in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us a land which floweth with milk and honey. Verse 9. Only rebel not ye against the Lord. Well, Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. So the Bible tells us that 12 spies were sent out to search out the land. It is interesting to note that all the 12 spies that went out to search out the land saw exactly the same things in the promised land. Are you with me? All the 12 spies that were sent out, every one of them saw exactly the same thing, but they all came out with different perception of what they have seen. They all came out with different perception. So it means it is quite likely that you may perceive something and not be able to see something. Are you with me? So it is one thing to look, and it's quite another thing to see. 10 of the spies, in their own eyes, they saw nothing but challenges. They saw difficulties, and they saw defeat. However, Caleb and Joshua, 2 of the 12 spies that went, saw in the promised land something quite different from what these 10 people saw. Caleb and Joshua saw opportunity, they saw possibility, and they also saw victory. Why 10 people saw nothing but defeat, difficulties, and challenges? Because Joshua and Caleb saw the giants. There were giants there, quite all right. But once they look at the giants, they look at the giants from the lens of the promise of God, and they declare that the people are bread unto us. Did you hear me? Amen. That the people are bread unto us. Because what they saw it from the perspective of God. From the lenses of God. So how you respond to life and the challenges that comes with life will determine if you will be successful or if you're going to fail. Our happiness, our success depends not so much on the problem we face, but on how we respond to those problems. A man once said, and I quote, "It is not what happens to you that determines how far you will go in life. It is how you handle what happens to you."
Amen. Hallelujah. Jesus.
It is not what happens to you that determines how far you are going to go in life. It is how you handle what happens to you.
Amen.
A positive attitude can turn situations around for a person, while a negative attitude will never solve a problem, but rather it will compound the problem for the person.
Amen.
The way will affect your behavior towards that thing. That's what I said earlier. So your attitude starts with your perception. This affects the way you think, that affects your behavior, which determines the eventual outcome of your life.
So true.
So your perception of a thing will affect your thinking. It will affect your behavior, which will determine the eventual result that you will get. Another man once said, this is a very good rhyme. He says your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. That means your height, your elevation. Your attitude determines your altitude. A good rhyme. The outcome of our lives is a function of our attitude. The outcome of our lives is a function of our attitude. That is the reason why the book of Proverbs chapter 17 verse 22 says, a cheerful heart is good medicine. Amen. A cheerful heart is good medicine. Amen. But a crushed spirit dries up the bone. A crushed spirit dries up the bone. Someone with a negative spirit, even their bone get dry.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Get dry.
Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah.
So if you want to change the outcome of your life, if you want to change the outcome of your life, you need to change the way that you think and that you perceive the issues of life.
Amen. Amen. Go ahead.
If you need to change the outcome of your life, the way you view life, the way you look at life, the way you look at the issues of life, you need to change it if you want to have a glorious outcome. We choose our attitude. Though we cannot choose the issues that confront us in life, we cannot choose what life teaches us each and every day, each and every week, each and every month, each and every year. We cannot choose what may befall us during the journey of life, but we can choose the attitude that we have to deal with it. Amen. Are you with me?
Amen.
But we have to choose the attitude that we will have to deal with that situation. It has been said that 10% of life is comprised of what happens to us, and 90% is how we react to what happens around us. Are you with me? 10% of life is comprised of what happens to us, and 90% is comprised of how we react to that situation. So attitude is like a vehicle, and the attitude that you choose can either take you to a place called success, or it can take you to a place called failure. It's a vehicle, and you're going to ride on that vehicle That's called attitude. And where the attitude is going to take you is either going to take you to a place called success or to a place called failure. The choice is yours. The single most important choice that you will ever make on a daily basis is your attitude.
It's true. Go ahead. So true.
The single most important choice you will make on a daily basis is your attitude. Because you have to make on a daily basis if you are going to be happy or if you're going to be sad. It's your choice to make.
It's so true.
Nobody will make that determination for you. Every day, if you think the subway is going to make you cranky, that is up to you. It's your choice.
That's true.
You think that somebody stepped on your shoes and they ruined your entire day, that's up to you. It's your choice. It's a choice. So let's look at 5 facts from the scripture that we read about a winning attitude that we need to learn from based on the scripture that we read from the book of Numbers, chapter 13. Let's see 5 facts. One, winners see the end from the beginning. Everybody who is destined for greatness and success never see where they are as the end of their life, as the end of their situation. They always see the end from the beginning. Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 17 says, there is hope in thy end. There is hope in your end. You must understand that whatever you are going through is not the end, it's only a bus stop.
Amen.
Are you with me? Amen. Whatever you may be passing through at this particular moment, no matter whatever it is that life has dished out to you, it's not the end.
Amen.
Because you must be able to see the end from your beginning. This is not your end. Where God is taking you, you have not seen it yet. And this is the reason why you need to forge ahead. Because there is hope in your future. There is a hope in your ending.
Amen.
There is hope. So the first thing that winners do, winners never give up. They never see their beginning as their end. They always know there is going to be something greater ahead of them. 2, winners recognize that it may be difficult, but it is not impossible. Are you with me? Winners may look at the situation, winners may look at their life, winners may look at whatever it is that they are going through and say, no, boy, this is difficult, but to them it is not impossible for them to conquer. Every situation that comes into our life comes as difficulties. Are you with me? Amen. Every situation, everything that confronts us in life always comes as difficulties. But you need to see the possibilities in every situation that is called difficult in it. You need to. Because as a child of God, nothing is impossible as long as you are connected to Jesus. Nothing is impossible. Amen. Nothing. No matter how terrible or how bad it is. It's not impossible. Number 3, facts that you need to know based on that scripture. Winners think positively. Amen. Winners think positively. There are many people that think negatively and not positively. Amen. Amen. No matter where you are in life right now, always have a positive attitude, positive mindset, positive, that things will change for you. And things will change for you. So winners think positive. That's the think positively. They tend to hear, think, and see differently from others. What others don't see, you need to see it. What others do not hear, you need to hear it. What others do not think, you need to think about it. Amen. Amen. Are you with me? Amen. This will separate you from others. They may call you names. It doesn't matter as long as you see it. Because the 10 people we are about to stone, Caleb and Joshua, they were about to stone them because they said that we are able to go and possess the land. Nobody holds your destiny but you. Nobody holds your life but you. So you need to be able to see differently from everybody. If everybody is going this way, majority never carries the vote at times. Let me tell you something. Majority is never a winning side at times. 10 people against 2. If you were the one, you will follow the 10. And not 2. But 2 said no. That we are able to go and possess. Because they were able to think differently. They were able to see differently. They are able to hear differently. So always determine. Listen to me, brethren. If you fail to hear anything else I say here, don't feel this. Always determine to see opportunity in the midst of challenges. Amen. Always. Always. In the midst of challenges, you must look for opportunity there. You must. Where they said you cannot go and conquer, people may have gone there and failed. Doesn't mean that if you go, you're going to fail. What people said cannot be done doesn't equate to you. You need to go beyond what they think, because they can't think for your life. They can't see for your life. They can't hear for your life. The 4th thing that we notice about these 2 individuals, a winning attitude. Winners are confident. They are confident. And they possess strong conviction. Winners are confident. And they possess strong conviction. which means that nothing can persuade them less. What they believe in, what they have heard, what they have seen, nothing can move them out of it. That is the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser will see the lion and run back. A winner will see the lion and say the lion is meat to me and keep going. Are you with me? Yeah. A winner is confident. Yes. Confident about themselves. Yep. Let me tell you something. Let me come down from this high place. You may not be qualified for a job, but the aura you carry, the confidence you get, that confidence you carry can make somebody who knows that you're not qualified to hire you. Because you exude confidence. You exude confidence. But when you go into a place being timid, they will look at you like you are a reed, shaking. Wherever you go and you exude confidence about who you are, about yourself, and let me stand here to tell you, nobody will ever deny you something good. Nobody.
Jesus. Praise the Lord.
Nobody. Nobody. Nobody will ever turn a person down who is confident about himself, about his ability, about his purpose in life. And the only people that can possess this are winners. Someone with a winning attitude. Even if they have been turned down many times, even if they have been turned down many times, they will still have to get up and say, I will possess my possession. I will possess my possession. I will possess my possession. The fifth thing about winners, and I will close. Hallelujah. Winners are finishers. Anybody who is called a winner can never quit in the eye of the storm. If you understand the characteristics of the eagle does not fear the storm. The eagle flies towards the storm, and the Bible calls us as eagles. Eagles don't fear storm. It's only birds that fear a storm. But eagles, as the storm is approaching, I love the characteristic of that eagle. As the storm is approaching, the eagle will spread its wings and fly straight towards the storm, in the eye of the storm.
Yes, Lord. Yes, God.
People quit easily. Anybody who's a quitter can never be a winner in life. Even if you've gone through divorce, doesn't mean you quit about marriage or life. You will never get to the next level of your life if you're always quitting in every situation you find yourself. You can never. Because every winner I know of, every winner I recognize, every winner that God has called us to imitate and be, they are always finishers. Amen. Finishers. So determined to stay the course.
Right now.
regardless of whatever challenges it is. Determine it. There's a scripture that comes to mind, and that's from the book of Judges. The book of Judges 14 verse 14. Pay attention to this. This is a riddle that Samson gave to the Philistines, and which is so true of life. Judges chapter 14 verse 14. And Samson said to them, he said unto them, out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. Out of the eater came forth meat. Meat there means food. It means that out of the lion, lion that is the king of the jungle, out of the lion, there will always be something sweet. There will always be sweetness in every situation that any man confronts in life, as long as you don't jump ship and give up. As long as you don't give up. Because out of the mouth, out of the eater, there will always be something sweet that will come forth out of it. Are you with me, brother? That is the 5 facts of having a winning attitude. Now, this, I'm going to give you 2 habits that will help you to develop and nurture a positive attitude. 2 habits. Because some people may say, well, that's the way I'm born. Well, doesn't mean you can continue like that. If you like to pick your nose, that's a habit. It doesn't mean that you have to continue it. Until somebody tells you otherwise. Why do you have to continue doing that? So 2 habits. So for those of us who are struggling with the issue of attitude, and to you it is in the fiber of your being, attitude, bad attitude, not even the good one, bad one. You're struggling with bad attitude. But you love the Lord. But this bad attitude is pulling you down all the time. Everywhere you go. It's not because people don't like you. It's they don't like your attitude. Amen. They love you. But the way you approach things, the way you do things, the way you handle things, makes them to shun away from you. To help you. The Bible also gives us a pointer to help you. To learn how to resolve this bad attitude so you can be a positively minded individual every day, no matter whatever you get in life, no matter the curveball that was thrown at you. Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. This will help you. For anyone that's struggling with this attitude problem, the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 8, it says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, do what? Think on these things. Meditate on these things. If you're struggling with attitude problem, the Bible has already given us the recipe and what we need to do to deal with it. Whatever thing is pure, lovely, just, of a good report, let your heart meditate on it. Thinking is meditating on a thing until it permeates into your spirit.
Yes. Yes.
Until it permeates, until it goes into your spirit, and you become another human being from whom you used to be. Because when you meditate, when you think on all these things that the Bible tells us to, when somebody do you wrong, you don't react. You can't say, oh, you don't know who I am. You don't know who I am.
Jesus.
No, just keep walking. It's no big deal. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. So the two habits that we need to cultivate. One, feed on the word of God.
Amen.
That's the first habit. Feed on the word of God. Feed on it. Meditate on the word. And also the promises that God has given. Meditate on them. Then secondly, develop an attitude of gratitude. If you want to be a winner, in every situation of life you find yourself, make sure that you have the attitude of gratitude. Always be thankful to God. Always praise Him. Always worship Him. It doesn't matter if you have no food on your table, praise Him. If you have no shoes on your feet, praise Him. If your children are misbehaving, praise God. No matter whatever that confronts your life, learn to have an attitude of gratitude in every situation. I wish somebody can see me when I'm praising God in my own time. In the car, you will see me screaming, praising and worshiping God like never before.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Don't be a murmurer. Don't be a complainer. Don't be a groaner. In whatever situation you find, don't say to yourself, why me? Why me? Why me? Winners never ask why me. Winners always say, what can I get from this situation? What can I learn from this situation? Winners never say, why me, Lord? Because out of the mouth of the eater will always come something, honey and sweetness out of it. So, brethren, so I'm closing. You are born to be winners and not losers. So, I will leave you with this. Think, speak, act differently. Think, speak, act differently. And embrace your destiny and walk in the dominion that God has created you to be. In Jesus' name. God bless you. God bless you.